Have you ever wondered what would happen if the sun just disappeared for a day? Not just a solar eclipse, I mean completely vanished. What would happen to us, to Earth, and to everything we know? Let's dive into this chilling thought experiment. First, let's get one thing straight. We wouldn't know it was gone for about 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it takes for sunlight to travel from the sun to Earth. So for those first few minutes, everything would seem completely normal. We'd be basking in the sun's rays, completely oblivious to the fact that our star had already winked out of existence. Then, suddenly, darkness. Not the darkness of night, but a profound absolute blackness, unlike anything we've ever experienced. The moon would disappear, as it only shines by reflecting sunlight. The stars, usually washed out by the sun's glare, would blaze with an incredible, terrifying intensity against a pitch-black canvas. It would be a breathtaking, yet deeply unsettling sight. But the loss of light is just the beginning. The real problem is gravity. The Earth orbits the sun because of the sun's immense gravitational pull. Without it, our planet would no longer be tethered. It would instantly fly off into space in a straight line, like a rock released from a slingshot. We become a rogue planet, hurtling through the cosmic darkness at a staggering speed of 30 kilometers per second. That's over 100,000 kilometers per hour. Back on the surface, panic would set in almost immediately. The sudden plunge in the darkness would cause chaos. Power grids would likely fail under the sudden, massive demand for electricity, plunging our cities into an even deeper darkness, pierced only by car headlights and fires. Communication systems would overload and crash. The world as we know it would grind to a halt. Now for the temperature. Without the sun's warmth, the Earth's surface would begin to cool rapidly. It wouldn't be an instant ice age, but it would get cold fast. Within the first few hours, temperatures would drop significantly. By the end of the 24-hour period, the average global temperature would plummet to around freezing 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. In some regions, it would be much, much colder. Plants would be the first to truly suffer. Photosynthesis, the process that powers most life on Earth, would stop instantly. While a 24-hour break wouldn't kill most larger plants, it would be a catastrophic shock to the system. The base of almost every food chain on the planet would be severed. What about us humans? We're resourceful. We have heating, electricity, and stockpiles of food. For 24 hours, many of us could survive, especially in well-prepared homes or bunkers. We'd huddle for warmth, relying on whatever power sources we had left. But the psychological toll would be immense. The absolute darkness, the biting cold, and the knowledge that our planet is careening into the void would be terrifying. Life in the oceans would face a different kind of crisis. The surface layers, home to phytoplankton that form the base of the marine food web, would cool and darken. These bizarre life forms don't rely on the sun at all. They get their energy from the heat and chemicals spewing from the Earth's core. For them, it would just be another day at the office. So we've survived 23 hours and 52 minutes. We're cold, we're scared, and we're flying through interstellar space. Then, just as suddenly as it vanished, the sun reappears. But it's not a simple lights-on moment. Remember, we've been traveling in a straight line. We are now millions of kilometers away from our original orbit. When the sun's gravity suddenly grabs hold of us again, it wouldn't just pull us back into our old familiar path. The new orbit would be wildly different. It would likely become highly elliptical, like a stretched-out circle. This would create extreme seasons. At our farthest point from the sun, we'd experience a brutal extended winter, far colder than anything we're used to. At our closest point, we'd be scorched by intense, unbearable heat. The planet's climate will be thrown into complete and utter chaos. The sudden gravitational jerk could also trigger massive geological events. We're talking about planet-wide earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and colossal tsunamis as the Earth's crust and oceans react to being yanked back into a solar orbit. It would be a catastrophic welcome back party. The aftermath would be a struggle for survival on a scale humanity has never seen. The extreme seasons would make agriculture nearly impossible. The famines would be devastating. The ecosystems that survived the cold and dark would now have to contend with a wildly fluctuating climate. Many species would not make it. Humanity's survival would depend on our ability to adapt with incredible speed. We'd need to build underground or climate-controlled habitats, develop new ways of growing food, and completely rethink how our societies function. It would be the ultimate test of our ingenuity and resilience. So, what if the sun vanished for 24 hours? It would be a journey through absolute darkness and cold, a terrifying flight into the unknown, followed by a violent return to a world irrevocably changed. It's a stark reminder of how utterly dependent we are on that big, beautiful star in the sky. It's not just a light. It's our anchor, our furnace, and the engine of all life on Earth. It's a good thing it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the universe. Stay curious.